What up, YouTube? Gonna be doing a spring cleanup stick pickup, and then once we're done here, we will finish the flower beds, I'm sure, soon.
So here we are, picking up sticks. I do this for a good while. I stopped recording it after a bit just because, like, you got the gist of it. But, yeah, run around, picking up sticks. Then we got pine needles. The BR800 is just a beast, but the nice thing about pine needles is that even if it looks like a lot of them, it's like they're really not that heavy. I got these clients last year for a spring cleanup actually, and I don't know how long it had been since I had one, but they had like 4 times the amount of pine needles as they did in this video. And it took a while, but they liked the work I did, and I did a few other things for them, and then I mowed all summer for them. I pressure washed their house. I'm gonna do some other stuff for them this year. But I can't trick them in. Well, not trick, but I can't convince them to let me aerate their front yard, put down lime, and seed. I don't know why, but they had almost no grass last year. But through cutting techniques, I tried to bring it back to life as much as I could, and they noticed. I noticed. So they got 80% more grass in their front yard this year than they did last year. Yeah, the only problem is all these pine trees right here on the side yard. They all need to be cut down. They are tall and dead, and I don't know, if you had a lift, you get up there and come down chunks, but I don't have a lift. I probably could rent one, but worst case scenario, you just climb up them. Plenty of dudes in the world climbing trees and cutting them down at the same time. Look at the strength of this BR. It like just blows these sticks right back into the wood line. I don't feel like picking up everything, so I'm glad this has the power to just push them around. We still have a pile bigger than this in the front yard, but this is all the stuff from just the pine trees to the sidewalk. So I just blew it all out here towards the bottom of the driveway, and now we're gonna kick it back into the woods because, well, that's where they want it. So they don't want to pay for removal, which is fine with me because this would be well over 30 bags of debris. I don't even know. And then if they didn't have the woods right here, all those trees in the backyard, that would have been trailer like, well, more than one of my trailers worth probably because I just have a little 4x8 for hauling around wood and stuff, but right back into the wood she goes. Them and the neighbor on the other side of these woods just kind of like share it for dumping stuff. The convenience of having woods in town. I mean, we built a city right in the middle of the woods, but so you'll have leaves and pine cones and pine needles and everything. But it's nice when they can just go right back into them. And here's me showing off that. See, I was shoveling up here too. Obviously, didn't film the whole thing, but putting some shovel loads into this trash can here, and then I just haul them into the woods and dump them. I brought a tarp, but the path isn't like that wide and it's full of sticks, so I knew I would just rip the tarp anyway, so I just did it this way. But I did use the tarp later to like walk around in the backyard, and like there's just branches everywhere, so I just kind of like hauled it around, loaded up the branches, pulled the tarp. It worked out well, and then when we got to the wood line, I just kind of gave it a little whip up, and yeah, they're all just resting there. If anyone puts another fire pit on this back concrete patio, then they got plenty of firewood within arm's reach. These branches fell out of one of the trees. I had actually asked, like, oh, who stacked up all the branches like that? She's like, that's just how they fell out of the tree over the winter. I'm like, crazy. But works for me. Money in my pocket. Just eyeing up my cuts, trying to see what I need to do. I did clear it out there and then turned up the chainsaw a little bit more, and then finished up the job and ran around with the tarp. But she's looking pretty good. Just need to hit the yard one last time.
Alright, so we got it handled. And I panned the first time, but then I just re-hit the yard again with the leaf blower, so it probably looks better this time. But we've been here for over 3.5 hours, almost 4. We're paid. This might be their last summer here. I know they're gonna get new hardwood floors and a deck put in, and then they want to sell. I'd like to buy it because get rid of all these pine trees in the front yard. The side yard and the backyard are absolutely insanely huge, and she just told me her price, and honestly, not bad price for where it is in town, what it is in town, and all the potential it has in town. Alright, well, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Cheers some more bids and vids, and as always, have a great day.